Since the situation happened with the world over the past couple of months, there's been this debate on whether or not movies need to go into theaters anymore. I mean, some movies have already been released onto the streaming platforms and have done pretty well for themselves on those platforms. Disney now owns a streaming platform. HBO or Warner Brothers with HBO Max will be owning their own platform. And you can, I believe NBC also has a platform that they're coming out with, and NBC owns Universal. So you have some pretty big players besides Netflix who are in the streaming game now. And so there is a sort of concerted push to move everything into streaming. And the situation that's occurred in the world has led to that sort of push to be accelerated in a lot of ways. But there is something to be said about the theater experience. Just the atmosphere, the popcorn, the sound. You can't get that at home in the same way. Now, some people obviously are more comfortable at home than they are in the theater, especially given the current climate. But I'm excited to get back into the theater because there are just some films you have to watch in the theater. And I can't stress this enough. There are just some films that I really, really, really want to see in the theaters. I don't want to see it at home. These are my top 5 movies. Let's see. The first movie that I really, really want to see in theaters is Dune. And the reason why I want to see Dune in theaters is quite simple. It's probably going to be a really, really gorgeous film. And seeing it in on that huge screen with the sound, that experience is just going to be amazing. Hopefully, it's going to be amazing. And this movie obviously is a remake of a previous film, a 1984 film by David Lynch. It's got a stellar cast. I have no problems with any of the cast in there. And it's got my man Dave Bautista, who I've been watching for the past so many years. And I'm going to go out and support him any way that I can because I love Bautista. He's the man. So Dune is the first film. It's my number 5 of the top 5 that I want to see in theaters. Tenet. I will tell you this. I will support anything that Christopher Nolan does because he gave me the greatest Batman trilogy of all time. And because of that, I don't care if he's taking pictures of a cat walking across the street. I'm going to buy those pictures because I really enjoy that guy. But with that being said, and my loyalty to Christopher Nolan, he is a huge proponent of the theater experience. And when he crafts his film, he really does. He shapes it and molds the films to really engage you in that theater experience. Now, if you watch The Dark Knight in the theater, I watched it opening night back in 2000 and a long time ago. I can't remember on top. I want to say it was 2014. No, it wasn't 2014. It's 2008. Wow, I'm getting old. Anyway, I watched that movie. That experience being inside that theater with all those fans of Batman and all the fans of the Christopher Nolan series up until that point, which was only one film, Batman Begins. But I mean, he had Memento. He had some really good. Prestige was an awesome movie. And all these movies are really, really, they really draw everything that's awesome about being inside of the theater when you're there. And the visuals alone in these movies really, really need that theater experience. And so when this movie comes out in July, I'm going to be there and I'm going to watch it in the theater. I got to see Tenet, even though I have no idea what's about. Godzilla versus Kong. What else do I have to say? If you saw Godzilla King of the Monsters, yes, it was very dark. So you gotta see it in the theater because it's so damn dark. You're not gonna be able to see it unless you put up the brightness so high, and now it's gonna be completely washed out. But Godzilla vs. Kong is the culmination of a set of films in a monsterverse that I personally have enjoyed every single one of them, from Godzilla 2014 to Kong Skull Island to Godzilla King of the Monsters. I've enjoyed them all, and I am so excited to see this matchup. And I want to see my 70-foot monsters on a huge screen. I want to see things explode. I want to see Kong throw Zilla into Godzilla, not Zilla, completely different character, but throw Godzilla into a building, and I want to see Godzilla smack him with that tail, and I want to see that fire breath. I want to see it all, atomic breath. I want to see it all on the big screen. That's the way you got to enjoy it, especially a film like this. You got to enjoy it in the theater, surrounded by other Godzilla fans, other King Kong fans, and just enjoying the pure spectacle of these sort of films. I remember watching Godzilla King of the Monsters, and it was made so much better by being inside of the theater. I watch it again at home, and I still enjoy that movie so much. And there, Millie Bobby Brown, by the way, I'm going to go on a tangent here. She is probably one of my favorite young actresses, and I want to hate her, but I can't because she's so damn good. I always enjoy all of her performances in Stranger Things and in the Godzilla movie. I really enjoy her. And so I want to help support Godzilla in America, and I want to help support this MonsterVerse. I'm going to go see it in the theater the way it deserves. Wonder Woman 1984. What can I say about this film that you don't already know? Gal Gadot, wonderful casting choice when it came to the new Wonder Woman. And I want to see this movie again. It's a movie that really needs to be seen in the theater because of the action, the intensity of the visuals. You got to see it there. You got to see it with great coloring. You got to see it the way that the Patty Jenkins really wants you to see it, and that's there. That is in that experience. And I want to say something. There really is something that's really fantastic about being surrounded by fans of the property, and that's my only reason for watching movies the opening weekend is being surrounded with people who truly enjoy the property, because you die hard when you're there that first showing at 12 midnight. You die hard. Or that first weekend when you know that the place is going to be packed and you're going to go anyway. I love being surrounded by those people, and you can really sense the energy in the room there. And as much as I love being home, I can't do that at home. I just can't. Even if I invited all of my friends over, it's still not like that experience that you get in the theater. And you look at the colors, just the colors in the poster, and it screams, "Please watch me on a big screen. Please watch me in the theater." And I know they're going to do a great job with the sound in this movie. And those speakers, I'm sorry, I don't have them at home. Some people do. Some people can simulate the theater experience. But when I can't. I don't have that much money to simulate a theater experience in the home. And so I got to watch this movie inside of the theater. I got to watch Gal Gadot kick some ass in Wonder Woman 1984. Oh yeah, and Chris Pine is back too. I gotta see how they made that happen. And finally, The Batman. This movie is a long ways away, and it's probably longer than what I think. But actually, come to think about it, you probably saw a pattern here. There was a lot of Warner Brothers properties on here. I might be a Warner Brothers show. I don't know. I don't know yet. Oh my God, I just realized something. I think all of them were Warner Brothers besides Dune. Yeah, that's 4 out of 5. Anyway, so the Batman is Batman. And I have watched every Batman in the theater besides one. And that one was Batman and Robin. And it wasn't because I didn't like Batman and Robin or anything. I didn't like Batman and Robin, but it wasn't because I was like boycotting Batman and Robin. I had the foresight. It was just because it was a time in my life where I didn't go to theaters, and I have to say, there again is that experience that you get with being inside of the theater. The Batman is such a larger than life character, and I can't imagine recreating that at home, that experience. And I'm going to sound like a broken record here because it's about the fans, it's about the people, and it's about being in that environment with true fans of the property and enjoying a really good film about characters that you really, really care about. I personally, I think that this is going to be a great film. I think that Matt Reeves really cares about the property. I know that there's rumors right now about Robert Pattinson and his commitment to the property, but I think those are probably overblown. And maybe I'm just an optimist when it comes to Batman and a pessimist with everything else in life. But I want to believe that this project is going to be fantastic. You know, The Joker was a film that I was iffy about until I saw that first trailer. So until I really see it, I think that this is going to be an amazing film and it deserves a ticket purchase. And I'm not shilling for Warner Brothers, I promise you. Who knows, I might be. So, yeah, the truth about the Batman is it's a character. I mean, think about those sets that they're going to have for this particular movie. It's gonna, that new Batmobile. You have to see it on that big screen. Those sounds from gunshots and explosions and just, I don't know what his bat voice is gonna be like, but it's, where is he? No, I don't know what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be great, and I can't wait to get back into the theater and watch these movies. So, go down in the comment section right now. Tell me what what is your top 5 of movies that you want to see in the theaters? I mean, the theaters are going to be coming back. We're going to go back. We're going to support the theaters by watching the movies that we want to watch, not watching the movies that they tell us we have to watch, watching the movies we want, the ones that we enjoy. If that makes any sense at all, actually. Nobody's telling me what to do. Nobody. Except maybe Warner Brothers. Because apparently I'm a shell. But yeah, tell me what movies you guys want to see. There's so many great movies that got pushed out, and I only did my top 5 because there's tons of movies that are like, I didn't talk about anything Disney or Marvel. And there's movies that are coming out there like Black Widow. You just didn't make my top 5, and it's gonna be a really, really crazy season once everything comes back, because a lot of the things, these things were spread out. Now a lot of it's going to be compacted, and the movie studios didn't make any money during this period, and so they're going to want to cash in. They're going to want to make as much money as they can, as fast as they can, by throwing out those great properties, and a lot of movies that were, maybe they were rushed a little bit. Well, now they're going to get a little bit more polish in the writing room. In the pre-production phase, because they had nothing else to do with these properties but to go back and look at it. And I think that's going to be fantastic. I've heard of certain movies that have actually gone and through some rewrites while this has been going on. And that can only mean a good thing when, you really can have that extra time to have a constructive eye on the property. I think that can only be really good. So I'm predicting an awesome season of really great movies once the theaters come up. And I think we should support them by actually going to the movie theaters and watching the ones that we want to watch. I'm going to watch all of those 5 in the theater because I want to support those films. I don't want to see the theater experience go away anytime soon. As convenient as streaming services at home are, I just don't see how you could ever duplicate not just the experience from a visual standpoint and an audio standpoint, but just a camaraderie standpoint of being around other people, enjoying a film, hearing them laugh, hearing them cry, hearing their snarky comments for sometimes, and or just having that fun. And I don't see it happening at home. But hey, who knows? Maybe you got a more rowdy house than I do. Listen, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I want to hear all about your films. And enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you soon.